Hiya, and welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. In this live stream, I'm playing Demon's Souls on PlayStation 5. So sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. So yeah, I'm still on the same level. I'm still attempting to defeat
Hello.
the same boss. Howdy do, Fortnite Gamer 123. Welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, man. How are you keeping? Hope you enjoy my Demon's Souls live stream, man. So yeah, I'm still stuck on the same area.
Could you?
Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. I am doing well, man. Thank you very much. Mr. Chad Middleton. Chad, welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, man. How are you keeping, Chad? And you're very welcome to my Demon's Souls
Friday, so I've got
live stream. Handy dandy. It's Friday. It's the weekend. Good stuff. I just got sizzled. Okay, so I was watching a video on YouTube earlier, some guy playing this game. He's on the same area and he's fighting the same boss, the Tower Knight, and kind of watched his strategy. I don't know if it's going to make things any easier, like, but I'll give it a go. Basically, you have to deal damage to both of the boss's legs, the Tower Knight. He will fall from time to time. When he falls, then you attack his head. But you've got to like. I knew all this prior to watching the video, but you have to dodge at the right time. You have to know what kind of attacks he is doing and how to respond to them in the correct way. And running in and out of his legs and everything, it's yeah. Watching the video doesn't make that boss battle any. I might just have to return back to the. Oh Jesus.
I'm chilling and eating chips. Grandma got me Animal Crossing and the new Hyrule Warriors game last night.
Ah, that's fantastic, Chad. You are now the proud owner of Animal Crossing New Horizons. You can escape the boring and never too real world into a nice, fun,
Fortnite gamer.
friendly world of Animal Crossing. That is good stuff. That is good stuff. I don't know if you probably know this by now. I don't know if I told you this before, but we call, like, it's funny, like we call I'm confused now. Like, chips here in Ireland is basically fried potatoes, like what you would call French fries, and what you would call, like, what we would call crisps, you would call chips, basically. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so I mentioned this a few times in my Demon's Souls live streams, but if you look at my weapon right now, which is on like the bottom left hand corner of the screen, the item on the right is my weapon, and the red meter is the damage that weapon has taken. So I need to repair it, but first I need some souls. So, and then I'm gonna have to go all the way back then to the Nexus. So it's a trek, but it has to be done. Did you say you got Hyrule Warriors as well, Chad?
The new one.
Ah, nice. I played the demo of it, I was meaning to get the full version, but I never got around to getting it.
Age of Calamity.
Age of Calamity, man. Good stuff, good stuff. It's actually a surprisingly good game. Like, from what I played of the demo. Like, it literally acts as a prequel to Breath of the Wild. I mean, I still would have preferred it to be a full-on, like, Zelda experience. But it's still a great game. I'm definitely going to return to the Nexus. I think it's like 300 and something souls I need to repair weapons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a dragon to kill all the enemies here. Or kill him myself. So I keep forgetting how many souls is required to repair weapons. Just to be in the safe side, like I think it's like 300 and something. So that's like 260. No, I'm actually gonna go back here a sec. I'm just gonna chance it, I'm just gonna see if this is enough. Hello? I don't know, it's weird, that's it. I know if I run back I'm gonna die, so I'm gonna go back. Actually, hold on a second. There's up here. I think there is 2. Alright, that brings me to 296. I didn't even see you. Oh, yeah, that should be enough. So I'm gonna go back to the Nexus. I might even have enough to buy some healing items as well. Thought for a second that was on the wrong side. Oh my god, I'm not gonna make it. Jesus. Still alive. Yeah, didn't know you could do that. Oh, no, never mind.
Good old Phil Boy is in a new Nintendo documentary. He's talking about the good old times, and what inspired him and the weird design of the...
Yeah, Chad. Oh, I didn't get the full comment there. Let me open my YouTube app on my phone so I can read that full comment. I came across that today. I didn't read the article, didn't watch the video. Just typical Phil Spencer. Just like pouring out his love for Nintendo. I mean, the man has a Nintendo. The man has a crush for Nintendo. Like, seriously, it's just so funny. And the weird design of the N64 controller. Yeah, man, just spilling and pouring his love for Nintendo. Oh, Jesus, it's funny. It's just so funny, like. It really is. So I'm going to return to the Nexus now, and I'm going to hopefully have enough souls to repair my weapon. Now, so the weapon that the fella on YouTube had when he was fighting the Tower Knight was the Bastard Sword, which I have. But I don't know. I think I'm just going to stick to the weapon that I have, which is the mace. So hopefully now he's going to be able to repair
It's simple.
my weapon.
In trade, your souls.
Oh, it's literally... Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I'm literally 3 souls away from help. Oh, Jesus. That's just typical.
So interesting. I can tell you're not going to last long here.
Shut up, midget. Chad, I'm 3 souls short.
You guys getting that new Left 4 Dead Alien game?
Left 4 Dead Aliens game. Oh, it's an actual Aliens game, isn't it, Chad? I don't have the patience for this game right now, to be honest. I really don't. I'm gonna be honest with you, and it's my pride that is making it hard for me to say this, but I actually did consider literally trading this game in today. I'm not going to lie. I've said it. Green Hill Gaming has admitted it. I did consider trading this game in and just giving up on it because I thought to myself, like, what am I getting out of it? Like I didn't regret buying Dirt 5. Loved that game. But I'm beginning to think, like, would I have actually enjoyed at least the campaign of the new Call of Duty? Or even just, would I have enjoyed, like, recruiting an army of grannies by now in Watch Dogs Legion? Like, the thought did pop into my head, to be honest. It's just because I'm not making any progress, like. I don't have to go fucking back and collect 3 more souls.
Damien not here, so you can delete the stream later. El Boca.
Oh god. Oh, Chad. I'm gonna be roasted. Like, he's gonna roast me. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to be roasted now. But at least I'm honest. Now, I'm not saying that I am trading it in. It's just the thought popped into my head. I mean, to be fair, I think that thought would have popped into a lot of where's the thing I need to activate? I think that thought would have popped into a lot of Demon Souls players. I mean, let's be honest, like, I don't know, I just want to play a game and enjoy it. I mean, if you think of the games that I've played on PS5 and that I've actually, like, enjoyed and that I've actually progressed and I've completed and I've platinumed. I mean, go back to the first PS5 game that I played and platinumed, Astro's Playroom. Oh, I mean, I'm not saying I don't love this game, I don't like this game, because I do, but, like,
I don't blame you, but Damien wouldn't let you live it down, El Boca.
Man, he just won't let it go. I'd be roasted. I'll be roasted like a fucking turkey on Thanksgiving Day. So with Astro's Playroom, like, it was a smooth, progressive experience. same with Spider-Man Miles Morales. Okay, I got stuck a few times. There was one area that I remember in the theater where I had to connect up generators, and I didn't have a clue what I was doing. That took quite a while. I remember being stuck at the final mission where again I had to connect up generators to these like power points, and I got stuck trying to get a trophy, but nothing like this, like. And then I moved on. What was the next game? Then Sackboy Big Adventure. Again, that was a smooth experience, of course, until I encountered a game-breaking bug where I had to just stop playing the game, basically. But even when I restarted that, like, it was a smooth experience. Dirt 5, loved it. Smooth experience, progressed, raced, loved it. Bugsnax, smooth experience, progressed very well. And then there's Demon Souls, where I've been stuck on the same level, the same boss, the same enemies, the same gameplay, since 2 months, basically. Like, I know I said like that this is the kind of game like that I'm gonna like be playing like for months from now, but then I just kind of realised what that meant, and I'm like, Jesus, like, do I really want that? Like, or do I just want to, play a game like Astro's Playroom, Spider-Man Miles Morales?
I see the stream, Elbow Cup.
I knew it. I knew it. I'm going to be roasted now by Damien. I'm going to be roasted like a turkey on Thanksgiving.
I wouldn't beaten Dark Souls without a walk-though guide.
Man, even with a walkthrough, man, you're still fucked. Damien, nonetheless, Damien, welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, man.
Sup, Damien, Elbow Cup.
How are you keeping, Damien? How did your day go? And you're very welcome to my Demon Souls live stream. Hope you enjoy. No, man, I swear to God, no, man. Today I just thought to myself, like, I'm a better off just
How's things, Chad?
trading in this game. Honestly, man, the thought just popped into my head. I am not gonna lie.
Things are good. I'm good, thanks, Johnny. How about you?
Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I'm keeping well now, man. Thanks very much, man. Thanks for asking. So I have 450 souls now, so I can go back and repair my weapon. Yeah, man, keeping well here now, man. Thanks. Just contemplating whether or not I should trade in Demon Souls, to be honest with you. Life problem. I just feel like I just want to get stuck into a game and just not be stuck on the same area like for 2 months. And Chad, even with a walkthrough, man, like I've been trying to make this point now for a while, like since I've been playing Demon Souls, and it's like even with a walkthrough, Chad, you're still going to be stuck because all you're doing.
Trade the game for The Last of Us to Elbow Cup.
I really my shit. You joking me, Chad? I'd rather fucking get AIDS, to be honest. When you're watching a walkthrough video on YouTube.
That's all down to you, man.
Oh wait, you mean like it's my? Oh yeah, I thought you were roasting it there for a second. You were saying it's all down to me, and I'm a shit player. I'm only joking, but that's what it sounded like there for a second. Oh, that was actually funny. Yeah, man. Well, actually,
Because you are shit.
Get the head off my live stream. Heartbroken, no, man. I'm not doing any more streams now. No, that's it. That's the end of Green Hill Gaming. My disliker will be delighted now, because I'm shutting down Green Hill Gaming. There's no more Green Hill Gaming.
You casual
Never
elbow
again.
cup.
I fucking live stream Wii Sports from now on. I'm going to rename my channel to Wii Sports Gaming because I'm a casual gamer. I'm a casual gamer. I don't have what it takes to play Demon's Souls. No, I'm only joking. All joking aside, man, like you can look at a YouTube walkthrough like video. It's a guy playing the game. It's no, more importantly, it's a good player playing the game who knows what he's doing, knows when to dodge at the right time. And that's what a video walkthrough for Demon's Souls is going to be. It's not like you're stuck on a puzzle where this is the solution to the puzzle, or if you're lost in an area in a game and they're saying this is where to go, etc. You know, it's not the same thing. So I hope you know what I mean.
Gamer.
Yeah, an actual gamer. Oh man, I know what he's doing, man. He's desperately trying to get me to start, like, you know, to get motivation. No, like he's desperately trying to like get me to snap. No, like, so I won't give up. Oh man, no, this game has broken me already,
There's
man.
a girl that's beaten all the Souls games with a dance pad.
Well, good for her. But I'm man, I can't even play it with a normal controller, man. Let alone a fucking dance pad, Chad. Come on, no, like. It's too much, like, I will admit it, like, you know, I used to be competitive before, like, and whatever else, but man, I've been gaming for the good part of fucking, I don't know, close to fucking, over 25 years, like, I'm too old for this shit, like, I just want to enjoy my games, like, oh man, I just don't want this shit fucking hanging over me for fucking, like, oh, Demon's Souls. I just...
Wow, that makes Johnny an amateur gamer.
I'm telling you, Damien is fucking... Oh, man. He's desperately trying to draw me out now to try to get me, like, to just stick to this game. I can't. Well, like, I haven't made a final decision yet. Like, whether or not I'm going to give up on Demon's Souls, like, trade it in or whatever else. Like, the thing is, I paid fucking 70-something euro for it. Like, if I trade it in, I know for a fact in CX I'll probably get fucking 10 cents for the thing. So I don't know, like, I just
Are you calling yourself a boomer? Elbow cup.
Yes. In this situation I am. Yes. I will admit that. But no, nothing is final yet, but I'm definitely considering just calling it a day, like, when it comes to Demon's Souls. At least I can say that I experienced it and that I gave it a go and I attempted it.
A boomer that has less talent at games than a zoomer. Elbow cup.
That's just like a knife going through my heart. That's not roasted, that's cremated. That hurts. That hurts. Oh my god, what a roast. You know, it's not every day I get speechless, but fuck me. I'm speechless now. I've just been nuked. You know, there's roasted, but I have been nuked. I am telling you. I don't even know where to go now, I'm so nuked. Oh god, like, I should have thought about this, like, you know, I should have thought about this. I really, really should have thought about this. Oh my god, like, I mean, I'm starting to feel like maybe I am regretting buying Demon's Souls.
Ryan JK. Maybe you should return to Doom. Elbow cup.
Oh, oh, I know, 100% you're joking. Oh, don't worry there, man. Don't worry there. It's good banter, man. This is why you're liked on the live streams. Frosty, who has changed his YouTube channel again.
Become Doomer, Elbow Cup.
Doomer. This is why I think his official channel now is called Let's Create. I think this is why he likes you in the live stream, for these kind of bants, just the roasting and just the jokes and everything. Man, you're the heart and soul of Green Hill Gaming, man. Don't worry, man. I know 100% you're joking, and don't worry, I can take the joke, man. Don't worry. I put up with it long enough. I'm only joking. Shall we turn to Doom? Oh, I'm definitely Doomer. I see. I'm waiting for the upgrade, man. Once the upgrade releases, the PS5 upgrade of Doom Eternal, like, I'm all over Doom like a bad rash, man. Seriously, that's definitely coming up. But I'm starting to feel like maybe I should have bought Dirt 5 and Dirt 5 and either the new Call of Duty or Watch Dogs Legion. I'm starting to think that's what I should have done. Do you know? Because I really I like Dirt 5 and I like this too though. That's the thing. I don't know. I'm not wording it properly. I like Demon's Souls. I think it's a great game. I don't really regret buying it, but it's just, unfortunately, I am absolutely shit at the game. And I'm not able to progress any further in this area. Do you know? So I'm kind of starting to think to myself, like, if I had the new Call of Duty, at least I'd be kind of progressing through the campaign by now. And, you know, Watch Dogs Legion, I'd be, you know, recruiting an army of grannies by now. That's just my mindset right now. That's where my mindset is right now. So nonetheless, anyway, I have enough souls now to repair my my mace plus 1, that is.
You come back alive. I need you.
It's just if you think of it, I literally have been stuck on the same area of this game for close to 2 months, which is insane. Like when you stop and think about it, like. Like even Doom wasn't this bad, really, to be honest with you. See, Doom, I was just maybe not paying enough attention to where I needed to go, and I actually got past the path that I was stuck on the Switch, but then, like what would you call it? A bug or a glitch basically happened, which basically locked me behind the very gate. The irony of it is, oh my god. Lads, there's irony and there's Johnny irony, you know? Like there's bog standard irony that happens people, and then when it happens Johnny, it just becomes a whole different level of fucking irony. I just realised this, yeah? Oh my fucking god. On the PS4, I was stuck behind the gate. And I was wondering, oh, how do I get behind that gate? Jesus, I gotta find a way to get behind that gate. I need to get behind that gate. Fucking hell, why can't I get behind that gate? On the Switch, I get behind the gate. Guess what happens? I'm fucking stuck behind the fucking gate. I swear to God, I don't think you can get any more fucking ironic and typical than that. I'm scared to play it the third time. Like, what's going to happen the third time? Seriously. Oh my God. But I would definitely prefer to play a Doom Eternal right now over. Know that at least I'd be progressing better, like, and further. But you look, nothing is final right now. I would say I will give Demon's Souls a good more attempts. I don't know, man. I'll make a decision soon on where I go with Demon's Souls. I know that Mighty Duck was saying, you know, restart the game again and use magic, but I just honestly couldn't be bothered. Some games I will restart, other games I won't restart, and I just think Demon's Souls is the kind of game that I just don't want to restart, really, to be honest. So I'm actually going to use my weapon a lot less when it comes to destroying the environment, because Because my weapon will take less damage. That dragon pisses me off at the best of times. Lads, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the I don't even know how to summarize it. The Switch Pro. Basically, what are your thoughts on the Switch Pro? Oh God, I don't even know. Like the console that everyone likes to talk about, that everyone likes to believe is happening, but Nintendo themselves are over there, like they're like, "Hello everyone, we're actually not releasing the Switch Pro. It's not happening." But IGN and Eurogamer and everyone else are like, "Yeah, it's happening. Yeah, it's gonna have this. It's gonna have that. Yeah, yeah. Here are the official features of the Switch Pro." And Nintendo again, they're like,
I ignored it.
"Oh, you're better off.
Should just make it next gen.
You're better off." But here's so there's two things there. So Chad, I'm ignoring it too, because I'm at a stage now where it's been spoke about so many times, and Eurogamer have come out and said, "Our sources say it's happening," and then Nintendo come out. Nintendo, the people who actually make the Switch have come out and said, "We have no plans to release an upgraded Switch." That is confirmation. That is official. That is official. You don't get any more official than what Nintendo say. And see, I agree with you, Damien. It should be a next gen Switch. The Switch has been on the. This is the fourth.
Nintendo came out ages ago, but not to shoot down this time. Or did they?
Oh man, they shut it down. Nintendo came out ages ago. They came out, yeah. Nintendo came out. It was actually only a couple of weeks back, actually. Nintendo had one of those like business meetings, like their shareholder, investor briefing, businessy type meetings, anyway. And they basically said, Nintendo said that they have no plans to release an upgraded Nintendo Switch. So that is confirmation enough that there's not going to be a Switch Pro. But I agree with you there, Damon, on your last mention. If there is going to be any sort of new console, it's going to be the Switch 2. It's going to be the successor to the Nintendo Switch, because the Switch is going into its fourth year on the market right now. You know, it's still selling like hotcakes. Their software are still selling like hotcakes. There's no issue with the Switch in terms of how well it sells and how well people perceive the console. So there is no need for an upgrade. So it would definitely make a lot more sense for it just to be like a Switch 2. But I don't think the Switch 2 is going to be like what, you know, Eurogamer and the likes are actually describing this thing as. Yeah, it's definitely something that I'm ignoring anyway, but it's not like, see, this thing doesn't exist. Like, Nintendo are not making a Switch Pro, so all this crap about like 720 OLED screens and 4K docked and Switch exclusive games, like all of that crap is not official. That's not coming from Nintendo. So Nintendo right now are not making anything. So, but when they do make something, I definitely think that it's going to be a Switch 2. So I agree with you there, Damien. If anything does come from the big N, you know, it's going to be a Switch 2. It's going to be a successor to the Switch. 100%. Jesus, man, I came across it there a couple of days back, man, and I'm like, really? I mean, I have to continually remind these people, like, not just the people in the comment section, but the actual media that are actually reporting on this. So one, I don't forget what it was called now. It was a small time media outlet anyway, and they were basically saying official details for the Switch Pro. I mean, how can you have official details on something that doesn't even exist? Oh, it's bizarre. And I just have to remind these people, like, Nintendo have said they have no plans to release a Switch Pro or any form of upgrade. I mean, it doesn't get any more official than that. What is wrong with people? Like, they just don't want to believe the actual, like, the actual source, which is Nintendo. Not some fucker, you know, online.
Bethesda now Xbox.
Bethesda no Xbox. Well, I'm confused now.
It's confirmed now.
What is?
Cup.
What's confirmed? Oh, you mean like the sorry, no. Sorry. I didn't fucking... I didn't understand that when I read it. So, like, it's official now that Bethesda are, like, completely Xbox now. So it's completely signed off and everything, is it? Oh, man, crazy times, like, with that a third party...
So.
Oh God, sad times, to be honest. Sad times in the gaming industry, where like a big like third party, you know, developer and publisher is now like bought up by this, you know, by this big company, Microsoft. I mean, it's a massive blow to third party games, to the third party like sector, so to speak.
No more Doom, Wolfenstein and Elder Scrolls for Johnny Elbow Cup.
I know, it's fucking sad, like, it's the saddest part about it, like, never mind all of V, I can't play these games anymore. Oh yeah, but it's true though, it is true, like, I mean, chances are, like, well, there's no chances about it, I'm not buying an Xbox, like I'm not buying an Xbox. Oh God, I answered. I responded to your message before you even typed it. Oh man, all joking aside, I am not buying an Xbox. I am not buying 3 consoles. And if I had to choose between Xbox and PlayStation, it's PlayStation every time. Like, I am not buying an Xbox. Like, I've never really had any interest in the brand, and I just do not want to have 3 consoles. So when it comes down to it, it's going to be Nintendo, and it's going to be Sony, and that's the way that it's always going to be. And it's unfortunate and it's sad that I can no longer play these games. But what's the alternative? Like, you know, me buying a console that I have no interest in, paying half a fortune for it, just so I can play a handful of games. I mean, I like Bethesda, but I don't like them that much. You know what I mean? Like, I like Doom, but I don't like it that much. You know. Like, I think it's important for me to remind myself of that. Like, you know, they're good games, but Jesus, like, they're not that good. You know, they're not good enough for me to go out and buy a third console for. Sad times though. I think everyone should be able, like, when it comes to a third party, everyone should be able to have the freedom to
Xbox acquired Miyamoto.
That'll be the day. The last time Xbox...
Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Man, that will be the day. The last time Microsoft tried to acquire Nintendo literally laughed them out of the office. That's not an exaggeration, by the way. That's actual fact. Like, they just sat there and laughed the whole way through. Like, it's pathetic. Like, Microsoft's relationship with Nintendo is like that kid at school who has a crush on somebody, but they have no interest in them, and they just laugh at them and just insult them and just mock them and just, you know, just treat them like shit. But they're still like, I love you. That's what Phil Spencer is. Phil Spencer. Man, Phil Spencer has a crush on Nintendo, but Nintendo are just not interested. Like, Nintendo are just like, ah, look at this guy. Man, he wants us.
If Xbox fails, they screwed.
I think Xbox have failed, to be honest with you. I mean, like, they failed with Halo Infinite, like, straight out of the bat. Like, you know, I think they've already failed. I mean, that's how I feel about it. I mean, look, they can splash their cash around and buy Bethesda, but their actual brand has failed. I just believe that their console has failed. They don't have any major first-party titles, so they have failed. They really have. But I think that this like relationship that Phil Spencer has with Nintendo, it's getting pathetic at this stage now. It really is like that situation, man. The situation where somebody has a crush on somebody, but that somebody has no interest in them, and they still continue to love them. I mean, seriously, Microsoft years ago, they tried to acquire Nintendo. They tried to buy them out, and Nintendo literally just sat there and laughed. Like, they just literally, this is true, this is factual, this actually happened. This is not an exaggeration. They laughed them out of the office. And then, you know, Phil Spencer once again was praising Nintendo and you know, gushing love for them. And he was talking about, oh, I would have never been able to design the Wii. Oh, it's just great how they've managed. I mean, he admires them. Like, he just, oh my fucking god, man. He just wants to be Nintendo, I think. That's what it is, man. He just wants to be Nintendo.
Xbox will acquire Techland, Sega and Dontnod.
Hopefully not, man. There needs to be a third
Xbox
party.
Will make big moves, El Boca.
They've been like, but they're not going to benefit the gaming industry if that does happen. They're big moves, yeah, and
Nintendo
you know,
has ancient history roots with Japan and the Yakuza, El Boca.
yeah, they should just wipe out Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer is just getting annoying at this stage. They're big moves there, I mean, 100%, man, and look, it's
revive Sonic, El Boca.
oh man, Sonic is dead. I don't even think anyone can revive Sonic. There's been many attempts to revive Sonic, but he still slips into a coma at the end of the day. You know, it's unfortunate. He just tried to piss me off at this stage, you know. They're big moves, yeah. They really are big moves, but they're not good for the gaming industry. Everyone should have a choice of what
Face
console.
with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
I'm telling you, when you oh god, he knows it too, like. Oh man, but it's just all these big moves like are just bad for gaming as a whole, like, you know. I mean, it's great obviously for Microsoft because they're making a shit ton of money, but you know, like, but when you think of Mario, like, I don't think anyone is pissed off that, like, Nintendo, that Switch is the only console to play Mario. I don't think anyone is pissed off by that. I don't think any gamer whose preferred console is either Xbox or PlayStation is pissed off because, you know, the Switch is the only place to play Mario. I think they know that. I think they get that. I think they understand that. I think it's expected, and it is what it is. And the same goes for, like, you know, Halo on Xbox whenever the fuck it releases, and God of War and Last of Us on PlayStation. All of that is to be expected. That's how first party games work. First party games are only on the one console. But with third party games, it's always been the case where, you know, providing whatever consoles a third party company
Especially
releases.
The Last of Us to El Boca.
Especially The Last of Us 2, yeah. Well, I think people are pissed off at that game anyway, to begin with.
The GOAT.
Greatest of all time, man. Oh, 100%, man. Should have won Game of the Year. Should have won Game of the Year. It was a big letdown that game wasn't Game of the Year, to be honest with you. So, so with a third party game then, I think people are pissed off now, realising that they may have to buy an Xbox to play a that once was a third party game. With Microsoft's acquisition of Bethesda, I think that will piss people off, and rightfully so. And these big moves, great for business, but not good for gamers. Not good for gamers. Not good for gamers who, up until now could
What
decide.
GOTY again? Final Fantasy VII Remake. The GOAT version, Elbow Cup.
Oh my god, man. Damien knows what buttons to press, man, in this live stream. Oh god. The classic
I think
Final
Halo was originally
Fantasy
PC, then
7
Microsoft
is the
bought
best.
them and they updated the first game on Xbox.
Yeah, I believe you're right there. Halo was originally on PC. You see, Xbox was originally meant to be this kind of like. The purpose of Xbox was to bring like PC type games and PC quality games in the form of a console.
Final Fantasy VII OG didn't even get nominated for GOTY Elbow Cup.
And how the feck would a 25-year-old game be categorized as Game of the Year? When he's talking. No, when he's talking. I think that I'm going to return to Final Fantasy VII Remake, even though I don't consider it a remake. You know how there's a load of different Final Fantasy VII experiences out there? I don't know if you're aware of them all now, but back on the PS2, I think they released a couple of games. There was definitely Crisis Core that they released on PlayStation 2, which was another like Final Fantasy VII experience. Then obviously there was Advent Children, a CGI movie which basically acted as a sequel to the game, I think. And now there's a Battle Royale game, and then there's like there's a weird mobile.
The old one should be ported to Solar Boy console Elbow Cup.
Oh, Soldier Boy's at it again, isn't he? Man, he needs to fuck off somewhere,
Play
Soldier
the
Boy.
entire Final Fantasy VII story on your phone, Elbow Cup.
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about there, Chad. So there's a ton. Well, not a ton, like, but there's a lot of Final Fantasy VII experiences out there. I would put the remake in that category. I don't think it's a remake. I just think it's another way to experience Final Fantasy VII. And to be honest with you, I can guarantee you, if I was sitting down with the director of the remake, he would actually agree with me. Even though they did put the remake in there. But I think the reason they put the remake in there is because it's what the fans wanted for a long time, and they just stuck with, remake. But it's not actually a remake. It's just another experience of Final Fantasy. And once you realise that, it's okay. But I will turn to it later. I just want to complete the original. I just think the original is the original. Like there's Final Fantasy VII, and there's everything that comes along with it. All those different experiences. But at the top, where it fucking belongs, is the original. That's what I think. There's all different ways to experience it. You can experience it on high-end hardware, no even PS5. You can experience it on the mobile phone. You can experience it on a movie. You can experience it on the PS2 game.
Final Fantasy VII Pocket version, Elbow Cup.
Pocket version, yeah, there's all different ways to experience that game. And I think that's the best way to actually put it, the best way to word it, without bashing any of those experiences, like whether it's the original, whether it's the remake, whether it's the mobile phone version, whether it's the CGI movie, whether it's the kind of the spin-off on PS2, whatever experience you're experiencing, like they're all unique in their own little way, and they all take advantage of whatever hardware they're on, and that is the best way to put it. Square Enix, hire me
Final
for
Fantasy VII Remake the GOAT, because it got nominated for GOTY unlike the old one. All about facts, right?
You wanna-
Elbow Cup.
And how, in the name of God, is a PS1 game going to be nominated for Game of the Year? Could you please tell me? How is it even possible? If you're going to spit facts, then at least make those facts make sense. I'm only joking as well, by the way, I'm only joking. That DLC as well, by the way, is actually free DLC. You didn't realise that. The Yuffie DLC, along with the upgrade, is actually free. Which is actually
Because
pretty good.
games were so bad then compared to now, Elbow Cup. None of them deserved awards.
Man, I am immune to your roasting now, Damien. I am immune.
Face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
But I think we can all agree that the real greatest of all time, the real game of the year, is Bugsnax. And we know how much you love that game, Damien, Bugsnax. Ah, these fuckers hitting me with the bats.
I agree. Way better than some dusty ass 20-plus-year-old games, right, Elbow Cup?
Oh my god! Oh my god! What you call it, man? What a backfire! Oh man, that no. Man, I have to pin that. I have to pin that comment, man. That is one hell of a comment, man. That's a backfire, man. Pin message. Damien. That is just brilliant. Like, what a way to, like I was pitching, like Bugsnax, like, like, oh my, I can't even word it, man. I can't even word it. You have me speechless once again. Oh man. Just you wait. Just you wait when you're like 40 and you're playing like whatever console is out at that time, and you're gonna have kids coming up to you talking about how shit the PS4 looked and how shit the PS5 looked, and you're going to be like, well, you have to remember now, boy, that's how graphics looked like back in my day, you little shit.
I'm so close to 40 right now, Elbow Cup.
man, I think we can all, like, I can see 40 over the horizon, man. I can see my bald head. I can see the bald patches, man. Oh man, I can see the arthritis. I'm more closer to 40 now by than fucking anyone in this live stream. Oh well, except Chad. I mean, Chad probably is 40 and has no hair. So I think Chad has reached it. Chad has reached the fucking goal by now.
It will be boomer music, Elbow Cup.
Sorry, Chad. Sorry, Chad. Taylor Swift will be boomer music. I agree. Chad, I'm sorry. Fucking.
Johnny loves Taylor Swift because he's a feminist, Elbow Cup.
That was a private conversation between me and you, Damien. I'm so let down that you would divulge my personal music preferences and political stance with YouTube. I'm so let down. Taylor Swift is the greatest of all. Joke, by the way, joke. So I actually don't even think I've ever actually listened to Taylor Swift, as in me like putting on her music. I mean, obviously, like, her music would be blaring on the radio from time to time, but I don't think I've actually ever listened to her, like, personally. What the hell is a feminist even?
Same
like,
here, TBF.
It's funny, though, isn't it? Because I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not like, I'm gonna admit something here now that is just a bombshell,
Can't
like.
beat 80s music TBF though I wasn't born till the 90s.
Oh man, 80s music, man. 80s music is great, to be honest with you, and 90s as well. But there's just something very, I don't know, man, just so distinctive about 80s music. It's just crazy. But I'm actually, so to get back to the whole Taylor Swift thing, like I've never actually typed Taylor Swift into YouTube.
60s is great too.
60s, oh, well, a bit of Johnny Cash, or see 50s. I just think 60s. I don't think I've actually ever listened to much 60s music now, to be honest. But I think Johnny Cash would have been around in the 60s, I think. But yeah, never typed Taylor Swift into a search engine.
And Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, Jimi Hendrix. I did listen to a few Jimi Hendrix right now, to be honest. But I'm going to admit something here now that may shock.
Same, either her
Shock
or Billy on
the world.
radio.
Billie Eilish. That's one hell of a name. I never forget the time where you called her Billie Eilish, Damien. Oh my fucking god, man, it was just so funny. I was just sitting down on your phone, right? You were just sitting down on your phone and like fucking Billie Eilish popped up and you just popped up and you were like, Billie Eilish? Oh fucking hell, man. That was so fucking funny. But I'm actually going to admit, I actually listened to Justin Bieber myself. That might shock some people now, but I'll admit that. I will admit that. And I swear to God, like for years, I was bashing him like there was no tomorrow. I mean, I fucking bashed the fuck out of That Song's Wrong. I don't know why, but yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
I know, shocking revelations on Green Hill Gaming tonight. But I did know. I will admit that.
LOL.
I did though. This song wrong, didn't it? Oh God, Jesus Christ! It's all coming out now.
Oh, ma.
Oh my God! Somebody's gonna make one of those like parody, like music videos of me saying that Johnny bashes Justin Bieber. But yeah, I did listen to his music, and there's a few other ones as well. I listened. Oh, I'll give you a great
Liberal
example.
Johnny Elbow Cup.
Liberal Johnny. I will never be labelled liberal or Democrat or whatever bloody title. I will never allow myself to be labelled. But this is a big shocker now. Oh God, years and years and years ago, I wouldn't say I despised, but I found like Westlife just so cringy. And any of my friends that like listened to them or mentioned them, I would always say like, oh come on, it's only girls that listen to Westlife. Only girls listen to Westlife. They're singing to girls. Come on, they're singing to girls. I said it for years, and I'm not gonna lie, a good few times now recently I actually listened to their music. Partly because I realised over time just there was some serious bad musicians and bad music, like Jedward for instance. Like I think once Jedward came along, I was like, you know what, Westlife is not that
One
bad.
Direction too.
Not them yet. Anyway,
Oh
at
dear
least.
God.
Oh, not them. Not them. I have not listened to One Direction yet. Obviously, like, all of those music would have come out over the radio, but I never actually like made a personal choice. I don't think so. Anyway, One Direction. No, I don't think so. I'm trying to think of other music I've listened to. But I did listen to a good few Westlife songs. But not Jedward. I was going to clarify that now in case you might have heard it wrong.
Time to unsub Elbow Cup.
No. I didn't. Wait. I did not listen to Jedward. Not one bit. I was saying when they came along, I actually realised that Westlife wasn't that
Face
bad
with
as a
tears of
band.
joy, face with tears of joy.
I'm telling you, this stream is going to come back to haunt me. I swear to God. People are going to be making like remixes of everything I've said, bashing Justin Bieber, listening to fucking, somebody's going to like edit the words and they're going to put in listen to, and then they're going to just throw in Jedward there to make it sound like I listen to Jedward. Oh man, I dislike her. We're having a great old time. Do you know there's a game coming to, or maybe already out, on PS4? It's called Kill It With Fire. It's actually a game where you go around like killing spiders and you burn them. I haven't looked too much into it, but it sounds so funny. It'd be so funny to play it like. And I wonder, is it made by the same people who made a game called oh, Jesus Christ, I forget what it's called now, but it's basically a game all about burning stuff.
I've yet to try Outriders actually.
Oh yeah, Outriders. I still haven't downloaded the demo yet. But it's popped up in my newsfeed a good few times. Now people are talking about the demo. I might give it a go tomorrow. Oh, I actually got a new game. I was debating whether to stream it tonight, but I said to myself, I'll just give Demon's Souls one more kind of another bash, and not one more. I still haven't decided whether I'm going to give it up or not. But I got the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy, or is it Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright? It's really good. They're really good games. I had the first one on the WiiWare. It's got a long history. I think it originally came out on the DS. Like the original DS, and then it was brought to the WiiWare. The WiiWare was basically like the digital store.
Are any of you looking into Back 4 Blood?
It looked like a fun game when they showed it. To be honest with you, I wouldn't mind getting stuck into that now. To be honest, it'd be a nice experience. Like, be fun, like be fun. But I got that game anyway. It's basically you play as a prosecutor, I think, and you're basically trying to kind of like solve cases and search for clues, and you're basically kind of interrogating people and stuff like that. Like, so it's good. But you know what game I actually missed just talking about that now is fucking Eleanor. Like it's a pity that Rockstar don't just make
What's
another
the game
Eleanor.
called you talking about?
Oh, it's Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I think it's either called Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney or is Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright. I don't know if I've gotten there. Wait, I can just check it. I'm stupid. You can check it. It is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. So you actually get the three games. What games are there, Chad? I didn't even know you had crime drama games, but nonetheless, Suda 51 is a crazy motherfucker. But yeah, Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, they're really good games. They're actually made by Capcom. I had them years back. Really, like you'd really get into it, like Mm-hmm. I'm starting to get tired now. Oh man, do you know what I miss? Cheats. Actual cheats. Like actual cheat codes. Because I would cheat. I'm not, like right now if I had a cheat code for this game, I would input that cheat code. Oh man. Like, I wouldn't even think twice about it, man. Like, just to have like infinite health or something like that. Oh god, I miss cheat codes so badly to thinking about it. I used to always cheat. I'm not gonna lie, I used to always cheat back into there. Well, look, when I was stuck in the game anyway, I wouldn't care, man. And then I became an adult and I was like, no, I have to be the responsible gamer, I can't cheat. And I don't care, like, I'm going through a midlife crisis now, I don't care fucking more. I am though, I'm going through a midlife crisis. I know some people say like you're too young to have a midlife crisis. I'm not too young to have a midlife crisis. I'm having a midlife. I'm entitled to my midlife crisis. Bitches get midlife crisis fucking once a month or whenever it is. I'm entitled to my midlife crisis, and I'm having one. So I'm just gonna cheat. I can't. There's no option to. Because I actually miss them so much, like literally, like it was.
Sword and the Silver, case 2425.
I've actually never heard of any of those games. Have they been out a while, or are they just new games? Because I actually haven't heard of any of them. I just think of Suda 51. I think of No More Heroes. Those are the only games I can remember. Oh god. I'm exhausted now.
I'm not sure. I can't wait for new events, Elbow Cup.
New events? What? Oh, man, I sometimes I hate reading comments because I always read it wrong. Did you mean? I was going to say what game is that, but I presume you mean like new events, as in like gaming events, as in like the fucking Jeff Keighley's events and IGN events and stuff like that. See, I'm having a midlife crisis. I can't even read anymore. It's all true, lads. I'm gonna blame that now and everything. I'm gonna blame my midlife crisis and everything.
Yes, but not Jeff nor IGN.
I love it. I have to admit though, poor Jeff.
Let me down every time.
I agree. I have to admit, like, I mean, even though I like Jeff, but I have to admit, like, his shows lately have been pretty much a letdown. Like, there hasn't been any major, like,
Play the Johnny Cash music in the background, Elbow Cup.
Play the Johnny Cash music. I'll sing it instead, like, I won't prepare. Ring of Fire. Why am I running? Do you know sometimes when I talk, I just can't like focus. Especially when you're playing a game like Demon's Souls, like. I fell into a blazing fire. I'm down, and the flames fucking burns. You fucking died. Again.
Big confidence booster.
It is though. It is actually, very true. I'd actually recommend that to anyone who, struggles with their confidence. I still struggle with my confidence. Like, I mean, believe it or not, like, I do struggle with my confidence. Like even with me, like, doing these live streams,
face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
I remember me saying that.
Mad face with tears of joy.
I'm mental, man. See, I'm having a midlife crisis. Johnny sings Johnny Cash. That'll be the next live stream. Johnny sings Johnny Cash. Just me, 32 years of age, singing Johnny Cash. Oh God. I'm telling you, man, I've full-blown midlife crisis, man, seriously. But it is a good confidence booster. Because I don't have that great confidence. Like, I mean, like, I know I can do these live streams, but there's even times when I do the live streams that I just, like,
struggle with confidence. You talk forever, face with tears of joy, face with tears of joy.
Sometimes that's much because I don't have confidence. I know it's weird, and sounds kind of I know it sounds like it doesn't make sense, but there's a lot of times where I talk too much or I don't talk at all. And a lot of that is down to
Drink some
is
Jack
actually
Daniels whiskey.
Jack Daniels whiskey. Yeah, a lot of that actually comes down to the fact that like I have kind of like low confidence, you know. Um, but then outside of like live streams, then like you know I could like be in a situation like where like I have to talk to somebody like and I just don't have the confidence a lot. It depends really on the. I suppose it depends on how I feel at that particular moment, that particular time. But I do think that doing something like singing in public is, oh my god, like you can't get any much of a confidence booster than that really, to be honest with you.
Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for the booty.
That came out of nowhere. Fortnite Gamer 123, welcome back. Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for the booty. Oh god. What a random outdoor comment. I love it. I used to love oh, what's it called? Skedaddle Skadoodle. The thickest noodle. When I first heard that, man, it was the funniest thing ever. I was there. Say it again. Say it again. Oh man. I don't know if I said it right, but it was funny. I'm actually debating whether to sing Ring of Fire from start to finish. See if I know the lyrics. See if it comes back to me. Well, I sing it in the pure like Naka accent. the rap version. Oh man. The more tribe version. Oh shit. I honestly feel I would have gotten more enjoyment out of Watch Dogs Legion. Definitely. Like that's what I would say. Like I think it's a good game, Demon's Souls. I like it. It's a good quality game. But as far as it's hard to say that I'm enjoying Demon's Souls right now. Do you know? It's hard to say that I'm enjoying being stuck on the same area for close to 2 months now. Like, I'd be lying if I said I was enjoying this. Like, do you know? I was like, if I was playing Watch Dogs Legion, you know, I'd be recruiting an army of Marys by now, like, Mary down the road, like, you know? And like just going around, just enjoying the game, like, basically. I think the reason I didn't buy Watch Dogs Legion is because I kind of thought to myself, like, the gimmick would probably wear off very quickly, and then I'd be kind of like left with a game that I mightn't really kind of be hugely into, like, anymore. Like, and there might be certain gameplay mechanics that might kind of wreck my head and stuff. That was the reason I didn't buy it. But Call of Duty again, I just hadn't played Black Ops 1 and 2 for a very long time. I just wouldn't know where the story would be. So I really didn't just... What is that? Poor Doctors. Oh, I read... Oh, what is that? I read that. Oh. What is it? I came across that... my armor is damaged. I came across that on the Sky News thing. Sky News YouTube kind of headline thing. What is some kind of is it some kind of a cartoon or something in America that's been censored or something, isn't it? I was actually too lazy to read into what was actually going on.
Removed.
What's the story with it? Why are they
Cat in the Hat.
Cat in the Hat. Why are they removing the books? Like, what's the story with it? I didn't look into it. I'm guessing it's more
cancelled by his own company and he's dead.
He's cancelled by his own company and he's dead. The fuck? So what's going on there? What's happening? I don't want to presume anything, but I'm going to presume that it has something to do with these oversensitive, far-left liberals, feminists, social justice warriors, aka snowflakes, actual snowflakes. I'm going to presume that anyway. But if anything more serious has happened, I take back what I said, like, you know. But I'm just going to presume that's the case.
Racism or something.
But is it actual racism, or is it like do you know how the
Drawings of his time is sensitive in today's political climate, and he's a liberal back then.
Man, what isn't sensitive in today's climate, man? You can't even sneeze in today's climate without being sensitive. I mean, so the voice actor that voiced the Black Doctor in The Simpsons, right? His job is gone now. He's been removed from his position because people were sensitive to the fact that there was a white voice actor was voicing that Doctor. Just because he was white and he was voicing a black actor, people are trying to call that racism.
No Apu for you, El Boca.
That's insane, like, and Apu as well. I mean,
as I said, the world is like an erectile dysfunction. Pfizer can't save it, El Boca.
I 100% agree with you, man. I 100% agree with you, man. You know my stance on it, man. I just think the world is a circus, man, full of clowns, and all I'm going to do now, man, is just sit back and just laugh and just enjoy the show, like, just enjoy this circus of a life. You know, just laugh at the hypocrites, you know, and their hypocrisy and their double standardness and how easily offended they are. I mean, there's a time and a place to be offended. Maybe be offended when you pass the next homeless person sleeping on a concrete floor. Like, maybe get offended then. But there's a time and a place to be offended, like, you know, and there's actual racism happening in this world, like actual racism. And the people who are tackling that racism are people like social workers, teachers, you know, doctors, people that actually work within the community itself, not terrorists.
Saul B.S. and his books. that are being removed is going up in.
But Black Lives Matter are terrorists, man, and they're not doing anything to actually fight racism. They're actually spreading fear and panic throughout the world, which by definition is terrorism. So I just sit back and I laugh, really, to be honest. But yeah, so apparently there's racism in these books. I don't even have to ask really to find out what type of so-called racism it is. Again, like, I mean, the voice actor that played the black actor in The Simpsons lost his job because people were offended by the fact that a white voice actor was voice acting Apu. So for God's sake, there's an adult woman who voices Bart Simpson. Who's getting offended by that? Last time I checked, Bart Simpson wasn't a woman, and last time I checked, Bart Simpson wasn't an adult. So why are people getting offended by a white voice actor voicing a black doctor, but they're not getting offended that a woman, female, that an adult woman is voice acting a child? Like, why isn't anyone getting offended by that? Like, I don't know. As I said, clowns, circus, laughter. That's all I can say to that anyway. Like, I do understand that there's different levels to racism. Like, it's not always going to be
You
the...
need to apologize for your 100-year-old ancestors, elbow cup.
mental though. Oh god. Yeah, but obviously there's different levels of racism, and it's not always going to be the extreme case of racism. But I don't think I will ever accept. I don't think I'll ever accept a white voice actor voicing a black character as racism. I don't think I'll ever accept that. I don't think I'll ever accept that as racism. I don't care what anyone says to me. I don't care what they try to present to me. I will never accept that as racism. Maybe a poo.
BRB.
No problem, Chad. No problem. Maybe a poo and how he was presented would be considered a stereotype. But I don't call it a racist stereotype. I just think that that's, at the end of the day, whether we want to admit it to, like, we can deny it or be like, but that's what a lot of people see, like, you know, Indians as, and it's not racist. It's just a stereotype. Like, sure, like in the same show, and I'm pretty sure like other shows as well, they have stereotypes of Irish people. You know, like, I don't think we really get offended by it. We're just used to it. The whole leprechaun thing, the whole, you know, fucking gold at the end of the rainbow. That's stereotype as well. So, like, I don't call it racist, you know. I think the best way to deal with these type of situations is to ask the very people who are supposed to be, how am I going to word this? How will I word this now? Let me think. It's too late. And I'm going through a midlife crisis. So I'm having a terrible time wording this. Alright. So let's take the Apu situation, because the Apu character has now been removed from The Simpsons because people, quote unquote, people were offended by the character Apu in The Simpsons because they, quote unquote, they saw the Apu character as a racial stereotype, and they were offended by it, and the character had to get removed. I think the best way to handle a situation like that is to actually conduct a conduct an actual survey, like a full-on survey, and ask the entire Indian community how they feel about the situation, and ask questions. More specifically, like the biggest question would be, are you, as an Indian, offended by the Apu character? And if the, what's the word I'm looking for? If the resounding results indicate that no, Indians are not offended by the Apu character, then put it to rest. Because let's face it, if you're not Indian, then why do you feel like you have the right to speak on behalf of Indians? Because you're there for, maybe you're the racist. Maybe you're the racist to think, for you to think that Indians will be offended by that. Maybe there's a weird type of kind of situation there where they're the racists by thinking that. But more than anything else, like, they don't have a right to speak for Indians. And if you conduct that research, if you conduct that survey, and you ask the Indian community, are they offended by the character Apu, and if the resounding results are no, then let it be. And don't speak for the Indians, and don't think you have the right to speak for them. If they're not offended by it, let it go. It's like, apparently men can't have a say in abortion, because apparently it doesn't concern us men. It's the woman's choice, what the woman wants to do with her body. Well then, if the Indians aren't offended by the Apu character, then fuck off, and let us watch The Simpsons. That's Johnny's take on the situation, and I could apply the same with the Dr. Herbert. I think that's his name, isn't it? Dr. Herbert, the black doctor in The Simpsons. So, like, you know, I mentioned earlier, like I said, they, you know what I mean, and people. Because the majority of them and the majority of people are actually not the black community. The majority of them are actually like white American far left liberals, you know, who get the stereotypical image of that woman screaming when Donald Trump got elected as president. That is literally the poster child of these people who get offended by these things. That's why I mentioned, like, I said they and people. So, you know, people were offended by the fact that there was a white voice actor voicing the black doctor in The Simpsons. Again, here's how I would handle that situation. I would, again, conduct a survey, and I would ask the black community how they feel about a white voice actor voicing a black doctor in The Simpsons. Does it offend you? Do you consider it racism? Do you think this man should lose his job? Do you think he should be voiced by a black actor? What do you think? And if, again, the resounding evidence shows that the black community are not offended, they don't see it as racism, and they don't think that the character should be removed, then the case should be closed. You let it go. Move on. Enjoy The Simpsons. That's how you deal with people like that. So let me know what you think, lads. Let me know what you think about that, because that's what I think would be the best way to handle these situations. If you really care about the black community and the Indian community, then listen to what they say. And if they say to you, "We're not offended," then let it be. It's like an overprotective father or brother or something, where they're like they keep trying to think they know what's best for you, but they'll keep telling you, "Fuck off." I'm grand. I don't need your fucking overprotective bullshit. Leave me alone. I can speak for myself. I'm not offended by this. That's what it reminds me of. That's actually what it reminds me of. Like, seriously. So I think that is the best way to handle it. Ask the people themselves, the people who are supposedly meant to be offended. That's what I say anyway. Let me know what you think, lads. Let me know what you think. I'm intrigued to know. So I seem to have the majority of my mini Johnny talks when I'm playing Demon's Souls. I don't seem to have these kind of talks in any other live stream. It's interesting. Yeah. Half one already, lads. Jesus Christ. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to be wrapping up this live stream in about 10 minutes, I'd say. Like, I think there's always a simple solution to the world's biggest problems, to be honest with you. I really do think so. You'd be surprised how simple that is. I could even go deeper. I'm talking about much, much deeper. But I'm not in this live stream. But what I will say is, you could ask other people in other communities how they feel about certain things, because it's like I'm always intrigued by the outrage, in the sense of who are actually outraged. That's what interests me, is not so much the outrage itself, but who itself is actually outraged. I'm intrigued, because how many of those people are actually, like, if it's to do with racism in the black community, how many of those people are actually black? How many of those people actually, experience said racism? How many people are actually affected by it? Do you know? No, I'm not going to say that there is no racism. Obviously there is racism, but when it comes to situations like that character in The Simpsons, when you actually start realizing who is actually offended by these things, and a lot of them are not even black, you're really, why are you even having a conversation about it then, I'm actually going to do it myself tonight. I'm actually going to conduct a survey. The next time something like this happens, like somebody gets offended by the jellies Haribo. Why is it called Haribo? Why can't it be called Maribo? Why does it have to have a male name attached to it? This is so sexist. This is so anti-feminist. I'll go around every woman I can see and say, does it bother you that this brand of jellies is called Haribo? Would you prefer it to be called Maribo? I think the majority of them will just say, I don't care. I just want to eat the fucking jelly. Do you know? And I think once you see, I think there's something much like there's a much more deeper root to these situations, and it's actually kind of concerning. Like I don't go too much into it, but I think the only way to shut up these people, the only way to shut up these fucking crazy liberals, like the crazy far left liberals, and the social justice warriors, and the people who just get offended by the stupidest of things, and you know, demand that these shows get cancelled. The only way to shut them up is to get enough people who are part of the community that apparently is supposed to be offended, or the community that apparently this content is offensive to. Get those people, get enough of those people, and that's the most important thing, to get enough of those people to come out and say, no, we are not offended. We, the black community, we women, we gay people, we feminists, whatever, we are not offended. Shut up, we're not offended. When you can do that, then the kind of people who are orchestrating, and I just went there, these people who are orchestrating these outrages, I'm telling you, man, they're going to go back into their fucking cave, they're going to go back into hiding, and we can go back and live our fucking lives again, watch our fucking shows, you know, have our political opinions, and live our fucking lives once again. I'm telling you, man, it's that easy. They will shut up and they will go back into their cave. I'm telling you. It's as easy as pie. It's all you have to do. Telling you will shut them up so easily. They will never open them out again. Because what can they say? Like, what can they say? Like, what? Like, if there was a worldwide survey conducted on the biggest platforms, like, you know, like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, and like every single black person had the opportunity to express how they feel about the black doctor in Simpsons being voiced by a white actor, does it offend them? Do they consider it racist? If the members of the black community had the opportunity to give their opinion and they all said, no, we're not offended, then what can these, you know, far left liberals say? What can these social justice, what can they say? What can they say? Shut up, you are offended. Is that what they're going to say? Shut up, you don't know better, you are offended. Do you know what? I wouldn't put it past them, to be honest. And saying that, I wouldn't put it past the far left liberals to come up with something like that. You know what I mean? But like, really, like, what can they actually? How can they come back from that? Like, if I said Chad, if I said Chad is really annoyed today. Chad is really annoyed. He's really upset. He's really offended. He feels like a victim right now because I'm thinking of the reason now. Because somebody said he was trashing Mortal Kombat. I'm going to give a better example. That they called him a Nintendo fanboy, and Chad is really offended by this. He's deeply offended. And then Chad himself comes along and says, actually no, I am actually not offended by this. As a matter of fact, no. I don't know where all this came from. I don't know who decided to speak for me. I don't know why all this became such an outrage, but no, I'm actually not offended. And then I turned over and said, never mind him. Never mind the person himself. No, he's not offended. Or so he is offended. Never mind what Chad says. He is. That's what it's like. That's what it's like. It's people speaking on behalf of the very people who are supposed to be offended, and people speaking on behalf of the very community that said content is supposed to be offensive to, speaking on behalf. And then you have the actual community and the actual people coming out and saying, no, we are not offended. Then that would make for a very interesting situation, because how would people react to that? Like, it's one thing to go on to social
You're being
media.
a bit racist, FFS.
Stumpy Rick, can you explain to me how I am being racist, please? And welcome to the channel. Can you point out where I have been racist, please? And I'd be happy to have that conversation with you. I'll give you a recap of what I've actually been saying. So, what I'm saying is this. There are people out there right now that are offended by the fact that a white voice actor is voicing a black doctor in The Simpsons. And I think that's absolutely crazy. I personally don't think that's racism, and I don't think that's a form of a racial slur. And my solution to this apparent problem would be to conduct a survey and to ask the entire black community how they feel about this white voice actor voicing a black character, and to ask them, are they offended? Do they consider it racism? And I'm saying that if the resounding evidence shows that they're not offended, then that should be the end of it. And I'd like to know where I have been apparently racist. So a little shocked that you would interpret it. And I'm trying to go back. I'm trying to recap where all this started. So all it started when Damien made me aware of Dr. Seuss, and then Chad spoke a little bit about it, and then I spoke about how kind of bizarre all these situations are, that people are getting so overly offended by small little petty situations like this. And then I gave my solution, which was conducting a survey. So I would really love to know. Back. Welcome back. You came back just in time. Somebody's accusing me of being a racist, and I'm just sitting here waiting for them to actually prove where I've been. You were here, Chad, for I know you were gone there for a bit. But Chad, when you were gone, all I was saying was basically there's a simple solution to these apparent problems, and that would be to conduct a survey and to ask the very people who are apparently supposed to be offended, and the very community that's supposed to be offended by such content, is to conduct a survey and ask them, are you offended by the fact that Apu is are you offended by how Apu is portrayed in The Simpsons? So ask the Indian community how they feel, and if the resounding evidence was no, we're not offended, then that should be the end of it. So I was having a conversation about that, and they're actually they're on the channel a few times actually, I think. Stumpy Rick, I think. I'm surprised that they would actually accuse me of being racist, and I'd like to know where
I apologize. I joined chat mid-conversation. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I will give you advice. First of all, I accept your apology. It's fine. It's all cool. But I'm going to give you advice. Before you accuse somebody of being a racist, please get all the facts before you jump to conclusions. And as you pointed out, you joined into the chat mid-conversation, and you didn't exactly know the full extent of the conversation. So in future, before you accuse anyone of being a racist, because it's a strong word to call somebody, okay, is equally offensive as actually a racist slur, in my opinion, is to accuse somebody of something they're actually not. So that is the advice that I'm going to give you, Stumpy. But it's fine. I completely accept your apology. And this is the part of the live stream where I continue to repeat myself over and over again. But just to put everything into context here, okay, to summarize it all.
Point taken. Thumbs up. Apology. Sorry.
No problem, man. No problem. So, to summarize what I have been talking about,
Welcome.
Yeah, exactly. Nonetheless, man, welcome to the live stream, man. It is great to have you on it. I'm going to be ending the live stream in just a few moments here, because it's actually quite late here in Ireland. It's 1:45. I do this from time to time. I repeat myself over and over again, and then I desperately try to summarize and put all of what I said into context in the best way that I possibly can.
Thank you, Chad, waving hand.
So, Stumpy, Chad, everyone, I'm pretty sure you're all aware of the world that we live in today in terms of how easy it is to offend somebody. And let me get one thing perfectly clear. There is such thing as offending somebody. I'm not denying the fact that somebody can't be offended. I'm really going off track here. What I'm basically saying is you're all aware of situations like Apu, the character Apu in The Simpsons, the cartoon show, being cancelled, being scrapped, being removed. No more Apu, because apparently Apu is a racial stereotype, and apparently it offends the Indian community. So a lot of people have been offended by the Apu character, and they pretty much demanded that he be removed. All these people are apparently offended by Apu and how he is portrayed. My way of dealing with that situation would be, once again, now I'm just summarizing what I said now, I'm putting all the context. My way of handling that would be to conduct a massive, large-scale survey among the Indian community and just ask them a series of questions. And some of the main questions would be, are you, as an Indian, offended by the Apu character in The Simpsons? Do you consider the Apu character a racial stereotype? Do you want this character to be removed? Are you outraged? And if the resounding evidence showed that the Indian community were not offended, they did not see it as a racial slur, and they did not want the character to be removed, then that should be a very resounding message to the world that we as Indians are not offended by Apu. And therefore, you just let it go.
Disliker is sniffing around your cheeks.
Oh man, you better fuck off right now. I see the disliker. Okay, so I'm going to get to the disliker in just a moment. Thanks for the heads up, Damien. And you can stay the hell away from my cheeks. I'll tell you that much. So that should be the end of the situation then. Because nobody else has the right to speak for the Indian community. Certainly not like, you know, angry little teenage white American far left liberals who think they can speak for the entire world. Because if the Indian community have resoundingly spoken and had their voice heard and said we are not offended, then that is the end of that. In my opinion, that is the end of that. Okay? If the Indian community say that it's not racist, then it's not racist. And if anyone says, oh, but look, other people have the right to have their opinion on the situation.
Pulling up to every video to dislike. Dedication.
Dedication. I'll get to that, guy, dedication, in just a few
Certainly
seconds.
not you either.
And then I'm gonna... Certainly not you either. Sorry, what did you mean? Sorry, Stumpy Rick. What did you mean there? Sorry, there's a delay, you see. There's a bit in the comments, so, like, I talk pretty fast, so I don't know, like, what you were kind of responding. So what did you mean by certainly not you? Did you mean that I don't have a right to speak? Like, I think I've made my point very clear, like, that if you ask the Indian community, are they offended by the Apu character, and they say no, then that should be the end of it. It doesn't go any further than that. Because I know that here in Ireland, apparently men have no right to express their opinion on abortion, because apparently...
Are you of Indian heritage?
Am I of Indian heritage? No, I'm not of Indian heritage. But if I asked somebody of Indian heritage, or an Indian, are they offended by the Apu character, and they said no, then that's the end of that. And please don't tell me that you find Apu as racist. Because if you do, I genuinely feel sorry for you. And if you find that offensive, it is what it is. Like, there are far greater forms of racism happening in this country and around the world. And it's certainly not Black Lives Matter terrorists who are actually tackling that racism. It's actually people within the community, people within the police, people within the social workers, youth workers, teachers. These are the people who tackle racism. These are the people who bring these two people of two different cultures, two different backgrounds together and make them realize that they're human beings. It's not people smashing up businesses. It's not people spreading fear and panic throughout the world, disrupting people's lives, disrupting their business.
I'm not offended, Mr. Green.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. But I'm not of Indian heritage, Stumpy Rick, and I'm not of Indian heritage. I don't claim to be an Indian, okay? I don't claim to have Indian heritage. The point that I seriously don't have to say it over and over again. All I was saying was this. Stumpy Rick, if I said to you that, breaking news, Stumpy Rick is deeply offended by the Mario character. Stumpy Rick has Italian heritage, and he's deeply offended by the portrayal of Mario as an Italian plumber. He's deeply offended, deeply. He's crying every night. He goes to bed at night crying because of how offensive it is. And then if you came along and said, actually, no, I'm not offended. I don't know where this came from, but I'm not offended. Then that would be the final say. That would be the final say, wouldn't it? Similar situation. If you ask the Indian community, are they offended by the Apu character, and they say no, then that's the end of it. It doesn't matter if I have Indian heritage. It doesn't matter. Whether I have Indian heritage or not does not matter. If the Indian community are not offended by Apu character, then that is the end of it. It's crazy that the far left liberals need to shut their mouth because it doesn't concern them. It doesn't concern them anymore. Just like apparently it doesn't concern me as a man when it comes to abortion, because apparently it's all about the woman's choice, nothing to do with me as a man. Well, pretty much a similar situation in my opinion. Now, my lovely disliker. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, there is a disliker on my channel who has a
True.
mission. Okay, so we can just draw a line under that. We can just draw a line under that situation, okay? So yeah, this disliker, sorry, okay. So anyway, this disliker has a mission. Every morning he wakes up with the same mission, and he has a mission objective. Okay, there is an objective to his mission, and it is to disrupt me and my YouTube channel by disliking all of my content. And he is here, ladies and gentlemen. He has once again carried out his mission objective to dislike this live stream. But guess what? He has failed miserably, because if he feels that by disliking my content, my YouTube channel is going to somehow go poof, no more Green Hill Gaming, then he or she has failed. If they think that disliking my content is going to somehow get in my mind and make me not want to live stream, then once again, you have failed miserably.
Haters always gonna hate. I'm a liker, by the way, Mr. Green.
Appreciate that, man. Haters are always going to hate. You're so right. So right. Haters are always going to hate. And if you think that by disliking my content, like if you feel like disliking my content is going to,
Good vids.
thank you, Chad. If you think that disliking my content is going to do do the old Tanis fucking click, what the fuck his name is, and all of my amazing YouTube family are just gonna like disappear and the click of a finger.
Been following you for almost a year now.
Appreciate the support so much, man. Means a lot. Thank you. So if you think that people like Stumpy Rick, Damien Sewell, Chad Middleton, Fortnite Game 123, and all of my other great YouTube family are just going to go away, then once again, you have failed miserably. If you think that by disliking my content, that my sub count is somehow going to go down or be reduced to zero, then you have greatly failed. Because if anything, my sub count is growing faster now than ever before. And lastly, and more importantly, if you think that by disliking my content, your content is going to get any better, then you have seriously failed. Because let's face it, I don't even think your content can get any worse. Honestly. So what have you really achieved? You have achieved nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're a failure. You're a miserable, sad, pathetic failure that is obsessed with me and my YouTube channel. That's the only thing you've achieved, is proving how pathetic you are, how sad and desperate and little you are. And I'm going to continue to repeat this every single time I see that dislike, to remind you how pathetic you are, to remind you how sad you are, to remind you how miserable you are, and to remind you that you have achieved nothing, to remind you that you are a failure.
Admire your values.
Thank you, man. Much appreciated, man. It means a lot. Thank you. So, this is basically going to be like a service announcement. Like, I'm going to repeat this word for word every single time I see it. It's like, because it's a saying, be careful what you wish for. If you wished for attention, if you wanted to draw me out, you wanted to draw Green Hill Gaming out, you wanted to call Green Hill Gaming out to the ring, well, here I am. Here I am. Here's Johnny. You called me out. Here I am. But be careful what you wish for, because I am going to be here to continually remind you of what you are. A failure. A miserable, pathetic, sad little failure that has achieved nothing by disliking my content. It's done nothing. If anything, you've given my content a view, because as far as I'm aware, you have to go into the video / live stream to actually dislike the content. So by disliking my content, you've given me a dislike. Or you've given me a dislike, but you've given me a view to go along with it. You can't remove a view. You can't unview something, can you? So that is my response. So thank you, Damien, for making me aware of my lovely disliker. Thank you, man. And that is my response to my disliker. And that disliker is going to get that response every single time. So I don't know what they're like. I don't know what they hope to achieve. I don't know what their goal is. And let's be fair about it. Let's be honest about it. A couple of weeks back, I gave this disliker the opportunity to figuratively step down the ramp into the ring, grab a microphone, and tell me exactly how they feel about me, my YouTube channel, why they dislike me, what is it about me they dislike. I've given them the opportunity. I even titled 2 or 3, it was definitely 2 live streams. I titled the live stream calling my critics out, because that's what I described them as, the umbrella term, because I got quite a few different types of one is the disliker, the person who continues to dislike my content. Then I got a couple of other, like stalkers who will like stalk the channel but say nothing. More than likely, will go on to the next critic. Then is the person that will just like hate on me, like talk shit about me behind my back, and people who will actually join my live stream and say like, you're shit, you're trash, or whatever else. But I give credit to those people, because at least those people have the balls to step up and actually go onto my live stream and say these things to me. But my disliker is just a critic that just all they can do is dislike, and they achieve nothing. So I'd love to know what this disliker plans to achieve, and God knows I've given them plenty of opportunity, plenty of time to actually.
I apologize for calling you racist. I joined mid-conversation and jumped the gun.
No, you're fine, man. You're fine. Look, I accept your apology. You're fine, but I will say to just take what I said on board and just don't be so quick to jump to conclusions. Sorry. You're fine. I completely accept your apology. You're fine. Apology accepted. But just don't jump to conclusions next time when you're calling somebody a racist, because we live in a very... I don't want to go off on the rant too much here now, because it's just too late, because I want to get some sleep, but we live in interesting times. Like, forget COVID now for a second, yeah. These hard times. That's one thing. But we live in very difficult times where it's like everyone is walking on eggshells, but at the same time they're throwing eggs. That's a weird picture to tell, but what I mean is we're walking on eggshells because we're literally afraid to speak. Because if we speak, we're scared that we will offend somebody. and they're throwing eggs because we are like, you're a racist, you're a homophobic, you're a far right activist, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that, eggs thrown left, right, and centre, without even thinking, without even looking, without even just point blank throwing these eggs at people.
True words, bro.
You know, that's what it's like, man. Like, glad you agree, man. So I'm not having a go at you or anything. I'm just saying that maybe next time, just take a step back and you know, in your case, like, and in this situation, just like, you know, like, get the full conversation before you actually, like, you know, before you you know, have an opinion or comment, is what I would say in that. But look, I'm not the kind of person that would go back and, like, you apologise and I 100% accept your apologies. So that's the end of that one, really. Like, but so yeah, and I've addressed my disliker as well. Demon Souls is Demon Souls. You know, as far as the game is concerned, the gameplay is concerned, it is what it is. I am starting to.
I fully understand. Thumbs up.
Cheers, man. Cheers. I am starting to consider trading this game in, to be honest, or just not playing it at all. But you know, if I'm not going to play it at all, I would like to think that I can get some bit of money for trade it in towards something. It's just, I'm not enjoying this game because I've been stuck on the same area for almost 2 months now, and I've looked at walkthroughs, even from PlayStation 5 itself, like the feature where you can go to tip videos. I've watched walkthroughs on YouTube. I feel
Trade
like
it in for FIFA, El Boca.
trade it in for FIFA. No, I just feel like I'm not enjoying it. If you're not enjoying a game, then that's not good. You know, there's no way around that. You shouldn't own a game if you don't enjoy it. I don't have the motivation to restart the game, and I really don't see why it would make a difference. I mean, so I find it very hard to believe that if you choose a certain class of character, then the game is unplayable. I find it hard to believe. Like, I find it hard to believe that I've chosen the wrong character. They wouldn't make a game. They wouldn't make a game where you can choose multiple characters if one character wasn't the right character. It just wouldn't make sense. And if it did, the game would tell you, at least. So I don't think that's the problem. I'm just not good at the game. It's just not my kind of... I dare say it. Maybe it's not my kind of game. Like, maybe I don't want to... You know, to like... I just don't have what it takes to fucking play this game. You know, it is what it is. Like, you know, there's plenty of other games that I'm good at, you know. It's not even about that. Like, I'm not getting any younger. I'm 32 years of age. I'm a fucking adult. Like, I mean, like, I'm not a pro gamer. I'm not in esports. I mean, whether I'm good at a game shouldn't matter. Like, I mean, all I want to do is enjoy my games. I've enjoyed playing Astro's Playroom. I've enjoyed playing Spider-Man Miles Morales. I've enjoyed playing Sackboy Big Adventure. I've enjoyed playing Dirt 5. I've enjoyed playing Bugsnax. Do you know? Like, and I'm enjoying playing Little Big Planet 2. It's on PS4, but still. These are all games that I'm actually enjoying, and it's not about, like, competitiveness. It's not about, like, you know, setting these insane, like, personal challenges. I mean, I'm fucking putting on weight, man. The only fucking personal challenge I should be fucking completing, man, is fucking losing weight, man. Do you know what I'm saying? It's fucking lockdown fucking bullshit. So at the end of the day, like I shouldn't be caring about, like, you know, fucking, like, Demon Souls in terms of competitiveness, in terms of, like, getting past a tough boss or a tough level. Like, I don't feel like I'm enjoying this game anymore. You know, at the start I was going through it and I defeated the first boss and all that, but if you come to a stage where you're not enjoying the game, then you do have to consider not playing it and, you know, trading it in. It is what it is. You know, like,
you tried the demo of Outriders yet?
I haven't.
Pretty decent.
I haven't. You're the second person that actually recommended the demo to me. I'm intrigued. You know, everyone seems to be talking about the demo of Outriders. So, you know, I suppose I should. It's a demo. It's free, so I should, check it out and see what the fuss is about. I might do that tomorrow. Actually, that might be tomorrow night's live stream. Actually, to be honest with you. But look, nothing is final with Demon Souls yet in my decision. But I will say this: like, as of right now, I don't see myself getting any further. I don't see myself defeating that boss. It is what it is. But stay tuned, watch this space, as they say, when it comes to Demon Souls, and I will provide an update on Demon Souls and whether or not I am going to continue playing it, or whether or not I'm going to, just give it up, basically. Because the underlining point that should be taken into consideration here is this: I am at a stage in my life where I want to be able to enjoy playing the game. It's not about the challenge of it anymore. It's enjoying the game. I will let the competitive, this, for the younger generation.
RGB for the demo, thumbs up.
What? Oh, I thought I read that wrong. I thought you were saying it was 20 quid for the demo. I was like, what the fuck? 20 gigabytes. Jesus, that's big. Fucking hell. That's a big size for a demo. Jesus Christ, it must be a lot. It is a world kind of type game, right? But I'll thank you for that, by the way. I'll have a look at that tomorrow. But so I just want to enjoy my games, and if I'm not enjoying it, I want to be the guy who doesn't give up on Demon Souls. It sounds good on paper. It sounds good on paper. You're setting off on this pilgrimage, this personal quest to beat Demon Souls. It sounds great on paper, but when you're sitting in front of a game for a full 2 months and you're on the same area and you haven't progressed, then that paper starts to become pretty fucking shitty very quickly. Look, it's not a shit game. It's not a bad game. I'm not having a go at the game. I'm not bashing the game. It's just not for me. I've said it, it's too difficult. I get people who can play. I'm not saying people can't complete the fucking game. It's not for me. I can't walk in the moon. I can't fucking. Okay, let's go down a bit lower than that. I can't swim. I didn't cycle a bike until I was 17. There's things I cannot do in life, okay? And one of those things is fucking playing Demon Souls. And I should have known, I didn't play the original Demon Souls. I didn't play Dark Souls. So maybe I actually didn't really know what I was getting myself into. I kept saying, I knew what I was getting myself into. It was a tough game. This is beyond the fucking tough game, This isn't a whole different league of a tough game. Completely and utterly. If I had played the original Demon Souls, I would have known really what I was actually getting myself into. And same with Dark Souls. So I don't know, I'm stuck with this game now. I'm stuck with it. There is one, kind of solution, and it's actually the solution that I was actually originally talking about in the last couple of live streams, and it's just to let it be. Just this game that I take out of the shelf every now and again and just play it and just accept it as it is. It's a game that it's really difficult. It's a game that I'm going to be stuck on for a long time. But I can't make it the kind of game that I'm playing a lot of. I can't make it the latest game. I feel like I maybe should go and buy another PS5 game, and then again just kind of wait until another one comes out, I suppose. And probably just I don't know, I've got a lot of games that I'm playing on and off, Little Nightmares 2 being one of them. So I just want to play games that I enjoy, games that I progress in. Obviously I'm going to get stuck in the game from time to time, but I don't think I've ever been stuck in the game for a full fucking 2 months. So what more can be said about it? It is what it is. The next time I'm just going to have to really look into the game before I buy it, in terms of like difficult games, before I make any like wild decisions, you know. Okay, so that brings me to the end of the live stream. So thank you, as always, to everyone who watched this live stream of Demon's Souls. I really hope you enjoyed, and I really appreciate the support. And I enjoyed the banter as well. Thanks, Chad. I enjoyed the banter. I enjoyed the chat. And don't worry, Rick. It's totally fine. You don't have to worry about that.
Night buddy, thumbs up.
Good night, man. Take it easy. And again, Rick, don't worry. Don't worry, man. Don't worry about that at all. And to my disliker, who knows, disliker, you might wake up tomorrow morning and actually achieve your mission. But as of right now, you have failed. So I will say good night, and I will see you all next time on Green Hill Gaming. I paused it by accident. Okay, I'm really going now.